Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Welcome to the show, y'all. How's it going? I'm your host, Aries Bookman. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Well, if you're coming along for the ride, you're getting there too. Otherwise, you're just going to be wherever you've been. Congratulations. Rocky, good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the show. Cast the Spell of Cast Iron Conjure. Welcome. Good to see you in the show. Kaiju Creator and Ryan Morrow. Good to see y'all, man. The roll up countdown. Yeah, gotta get yourself comfortable, do what you do. We about to start the show. So we got two more sections of this interview I want to walk through. Once again, for those of you who don't know, Welcome Week has begun. 1 week, the doors are open. I do this 4 times a year. Get in the guild. Get in the guild. You don't know this stuff, and you want to know this stuff, but something I found, whatever areas, but something I found, wanting to do something and be willing to do it is a whole different ballgame. It's easier to flex. It's easier to sit around and feel good. So, you do what you do. Hold on. I don't like that. Hold on. Hold on. There we go. That's better. Okay. Anyways, guys, if you've been here for the last 2 episodes, you know what to expect. Otherwise, go watch the last 2 episodes. Anyways, let's get things started. Here comes the intro. Slightly in pain today. Not as bad as you, though. No, it's good. Stay there. Please come to the show just to fucking feel. Feels so nice to watch the show. Shut up. Get to work. Yeah. The guild is a 3-month-long continuous cohort class. For 3 months, we take an expedition into the fundamentals of Practical Magick. It's basically a school to learn how to do self-initiation. It's not that I do the thing for you. I don't think any school is like that. I guess that's the part of school people really wanted, was that you go and school does it for you. Okay, whatever. I could go on all day about that shit. But yeah, link is in the description. You can check out all the details. You can take everything I got for free and pretend you said it. That's what niggas like to do anyways. Go ahead and take it. Pretend you said it. But I will be around. Trust me. It's like calling for me, man. Okay. So, let's jump into this, guys. Shut me up.
Yeah, and I was ready for question 5 here about the first season of the guild.
Okay.
Include all that. Is that something you're up for jumping to? Is the next question?
Yeah, no, let's go ahead.
Like I said, that was my first class that I had ever taken, so there was a lot of excitement and ready to have an opportunity to talk to people who had the same interests. I really hadn't run into many in my personal life or had the opportunity and the digital kind of sphere.
Mm-hmm.
But the way that the information was close to home, it got me doing a lot of talking in the first season. Like, and I'm glad I had that experience to, you know, it's like it looks like salient water to go stand on, and then but there's a depth there that I sunk into, like Rocky said, all this stuff is touching everything else, and I would go through some times of feeling bad for not having anything to say, but the feedback I consistently get is, you know, if you want to be able to talk about anything, you know, you do something worth talking about, working on that. And I think it's been great to talk with cohorts here. And like I said, I don't have another class to expose it with, but I feel like the categories of information that we're kind of running everything through the mill of, it doesn't leave room for people to operate with their pretense, which can get people out of the opportunity to coexist well and relate to one another, you know.
And so here we go. Yeah, when Daniel Kaiju Creator came in, he talked a little more than you would think, you know. And that's perfectly fine. That's what I want you to do. Like, and I mentioned this with the consults too. Look, this is something, not because it's special and secret. It's something you never talk to anyone about. You have absolutely no practice talking about it. Of course you need some work. Of course you need some work. You know, like with the consults, you got a pocket full of half constructed questions and comments, ideas, presuppositions, and it's not that you're wrong for having that, but if you want to get to where you say you want to go, that's got to be shaped up. It's got to be cleaned up. All right. It's not as fun for me as I'd like it to be, but I don't mind doing it. Like, I get it. You know, I've been that. And so at first people would just, you know, kind of mouth vomit. And you need that. You need that, guys. So yeah, like you said, looked like salient water. You know, it actually looked a little closer to home than some of the other stuff people talk about. You know, like dinosaurs are spiritual beings. Like, fuck out of here. Well, then you got to go through a lot of listening and really chew the information, really contend with it, grapple it, wrestle it. That's the experience consistently. Like, there's nobody who doesn't do that. Like with the Matrix, with the jump at the beginning when Morpheus shows Neo the jump across the buildings, right? Everybody falls. Yeah, but what if he makes it? Dude, everybody falls. So, and I know inevitably people will still feel embarrassed and shy about it, but I'll just tell you don't. I'll just tell you don't. But, you know, there's my check so I can say I told you so. So yeah, like what he mentioned, and I love the analogy there. This idea of, okay, I can see some salient water over there, but you know, when I get over here, oh shit, this is deeper than it looks. Like you ever fuck with like a pothole or something? It just rained, so it's full of water, right? And you're thinking, that's a pothole, but can't be that deep. I mean, you don't even say it can't be that deep. It's just a pothole. Like, I know what this is. And you get over there and it's like, doo-doo. Yeah. Yeah. And the shit is, I don't give y'all some shit you can't look up. I don't give you some shit. Like, where the fuck you gonna go to look up dinosaurs as spiritual beings? Where the fuck you gonna go to look up melanin is outer space? Ugh. Like, I would love to get to the shit you can't look up. But they're basics. And it looks like it's not that deep. Come on over, player. Come on over. I'm telling you, this is what we do. So yeah, the some of the cohorts are going to talk about their experience with this class versus other classes, and like I say, he didn't have any other classes he'd been to, but one thing that this class does offer that I know other classes don't offer. Well, other classes will offer it. They don't perform on it. They don't provide it. Like, it's there and available, but you don't nurture it. And to be completely fair, it's difficult to nurture people to get together and interact because everybody's so shy. Like, you think you're ready, cosmic knowledge, but you're shy. Chill out, bro. Chill out. I'm a dick. But yeah, the cohorts, like I said, it's a continuous cohort class. The cohort part is so crucial because everybody walks in and they think that they're this unique thing that nothing's ever like. And that's not wrong, but being unique is common. Every rose is unlike any other rose that's ever been there. Yeah, but bushes are full of roses. There's varieties of roses. Like, there's a uniqueness there, okay? But uniqueness is common. You're so much like some of these other people who come in here, and I get it's hard to see because most of the people you know in your day-to-day physical life aren't interested in that. But that's how it's supposed to be. That's kind of how it's always been. See, this stuff is esoteric because it was made for a select few, not because it's secret and hidden and someone's trying to hide something from you. No, it's only made for the select few people who actually get involved in this, and most people aren't interested in doing it. Oh, okay. Now I'll do that after the show. Whatever. Anyways, continue. Shut me up. Zeno Kai, good to see you in the chat. Man, I still got to go back and watch part 1. You already on part 3? Grand morning. Hey, man, of course I'm on part 3. I said I'm going to do it. Look, y'all ain't used to that. Motherfuckers say they going to do something and they do it? Ha!
If you're in and trying to learn and you're not examining where you're coming from, there's a lot of room to not relate to each other. And so I've appreciated the way that we've got things to talk about with each other.
I love the analogy you used about seeing some salient water and then, kind of getting out there and realizing, wait, there's more depth to this here. Like, it's not what it looks like on the surface here. Like,
it's like
talk to me about that. I love that.
Well, it's like the intro to your Monday morning show too. It's like that you start getting stuck in a raft quickly, just getting real about it till you can swim in it. It's been more valuable than sometimes you even think about to be in this space, not only to get put on to that course of direction, but have a way to start to navigate it. I don't see anywhere else to do it yet. I mean, and I haven't shut out. I still look at what other people are saying and stuff, and always will. But yeah, this is just fundamental stuff that is valuable.
Mm-hmm. Like it looks like everything you've been doing before, but it's like, well, hold on, there's some stuff here. I hadn't thought about this. And some of those things are some of the most crucial points. It's they're basic ideas, but like you said, there's some depth to them, and it kind of, when you get in there, you see how it's touching more things than you first imagined or thought that it was. And it's like, oh, okay. Like, well, for you, when you experience, that's another one. People are certain that they have the basics down. This is one of those places where your teachers have seriously done you a disservice. People, and look, they don't know, they don't know, and they feel confident enough to teach you. And then you see their confidence, and then you feel that they must know something because of how confident they are. Look, there's some basic shit that motherfuckers have not contended with. Like, you can say the words, but you haven't wrestled it. You haven't assimilated these things into your default understanding of reality in yourself. This is the biggest one. And see, look, I do this so well, bro. I can tell you where you're gonna trip, and you're still trip. It's perfectly fine though. Everybody falls. Um, this part. It's right there in the beginning. Like, this is basic. I understand that you understand some of the words in a sense. You haven't wrestled with it. You haven't injected this into the framing of reality for yourself. You're still thinking of these things as a metaphor for physical life, and I guarantee you that is wrong. You're going to sell it short. You're going to think it's small. And when you get around to stop treating this stuff like a metaphor for physical life, it's going to hit. And you're going to be stumped for a while. Because it's big. You ever seen one of those shows or cartoons where somebody walks into the room and like, where is it? I don't see it. Where is it? And they're like, no, look around. And it's like as big as the whole room. I'm telling you. People aren't teaching you this stuff because they keep reducing it to the body. You ain't even started yet, dude. I'm so serious. Look, I am not the body is where I really want to start. Left-hand path teacher. Sorry. I am more than the body. Everyone can say it. Talk is cheap. Everyone can say it. To what degree does your physical life reflect that? To what degree does the life you have beyond your physical life reflect that? What do you mean life beyond your physical life? What do you mean? What do I mean? See, that's basic. What makes something spiritual is that it's beyond your physical life. It has a continuity with existence beyond your physical life. If you have no idea what that means, you don't have one yet. Everyone can say the physical world is holographic. It's illusion. But illusion doesn't mean that it's fake. It means it's not what it appears to be. It doesn't reveal the entirety of the scenario. Occult. Ocular. The prefix like an ocular, like in sight, but not just eyeball sight. Imagine the face of one of your parents. If you have no parents, Batman. Imagine the face of Batman. Look, did you use an eyeball to see that? No, but you see it, right? These are basic. And most people have not contended with them. They're full of the names of chakras. They're full of the names of Sephiroth. And putting Daath in your Instagram picture. Like, these are basics. Every spiritual system has to start here. It has to. Most people aren't teaching you spirituality. They're teaching you scientific pseudoscience. Like, you want to talk parthenogenesis? Take that shit to a biologist. Melanin, take that shit to a biologist. DNA, take that shit to a biologist. But you won't. You'll sit in groups and circle jerk each other like you're on the cutting edge. Fuck out of here. Basics, guys. And I'm not going to be mad at you for not doing it, but I'm not going to treat you like you've done it. I raised my sexual energy. What does that even mean? Shut the fuck up. Sorry, let me shut up, right? continuing. How did you feel lost or taken aback or eager? Like how did you feel when you started to hit that depth?
The way you're called to examine what you conceive yourself to be, rather than just doing that idly, you can sink back to that with objective work to do. That's like that raft construction. It seems like, because if you make what you're trying to turn into something to stand on, if you make it just you, then I'd be in that water without the raft. This is one way to say it. Having the direction makes it more okay to be where you are, to do something about it. And not like, you don't give us room to presume that the next step in our perceived advancement is on that solid ground, where it comes from. And if you're trying to change and expand your conception of self, that will continually be your starting and end point. And that's something I didn't really have in mind to do before. Like I said, with the divine intervention, you're looking for there to be something else, not for you to be more.
No, I get sometimes we talk about, I don't know if I talk about it enough, modal confusion, where, most people are thinking about this in that divine intervention sense, where it's something that you're going to have, as opposed to this work, it's something that you're going to be. Like what you is what changes. Oh, no, I love it.
Well, and it's the weight of what you're asking for, because there's responsibility with what you ask for.
One more thing here before we get to the next person. Yeah. You're biting off more than you can chew. And to be honest, I'd love to punish you for it. It wouldn't seem like punishment to me. It's just, good fun. But I guarantee you're biting off more than you can chew. Everybody falls. Everybody falls. But even though you're biting off more than you can chew, you still got to chew it. Because you're going to get what you asked for. I've been saying it for years. I'm so serious. You're going to get what you asked for. And routinely, when folks do, well, damn, that's what came along with this? You was only here because you thought it was going to be easy, huh? No. And this ain't even the hard shit. Come on. Modal confusion. I want to talk about this more often, but when people hear a word they don't understand, they don't look it up, they don't think about it, they just kind of skip over it or zone out. And so I'm like, how deeply do I have to break down the word modal? But niggas don't know the English language. Look, the AL at the end means of or like, okay? Mode. Oh, we're talking about a mode of being, okay? No. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is your role, sir. No. I'll be okay. What is a mode? A way of operating, living, or behaving. I'll tell you, this is a lifestyle. People have a confusion in their mode. It's modal confusion. Especially here in the West. The mode of being is a having mode. What am I going to have? What am I going to get? And okay, look, it's not wrong that you do that, but you're barking up the wrong tree. Spirituality isn't about a have, what you're going to get. It's about what you're going to be. That's not motivation. That's not inspiration. That's literally what we're talking about. Because look, this is what you motherfuckers do. Well, I'm all these gods. So what changed? You think it's what you have. That's why he said that shit. It's what you are has changed. But because you don't look at what is you, you miss that. And you don't get any further than talking about what you have. My ancestors got my back. Have. Even though what changed is what you are, you don't get it and can't go further because you caught up in what you're going to have. Well, tell me what the purpose of it is. What do you mean the purpose? As in what's it going to do for you? No. You change. This world is perfect. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to do. What changes is you. What is you? I do it all the time. How many people ever thought maybe that's not a question? Oh, then you'd have to reconsider whether or not you understand what those words mean. I tell you, the you that motherfuckers use in English today, in Old English, was at least 4 different words. You reading the Bible? You missing 3/4 of you. But, telling folks is one thing. And anybody thinks you can just tell them and they're going to get it. Nah, that's okay. Modal confusion is a big one. Spirituality is not about what you're going to have, what you're going to get. A better physical life? No. No. Less pain? No. Oh, no. But that's my job. That's why I look down on your other teachers. Not because they're bad people, because they're not doing their job. That's my job, to know the distinction and to teach you that. Discipline. Discipline. Niggas love to say discipline. You don't need discipline. You may need it eventually. But right now, you need direction. You gonna tell me what to do? No. Direction. Direction. I'm not giving you the steps to get... It's your shit. You're just looking the wrong way. I'm not going to tell you what you're supposed to see, how you're supposed to see, what you're supposed to do about it. You're not even looking in the right direction. You need direction. And most people are not giving you direction. They try and give you instructions and claim that's direction. Running around telling me you a vampire. But stop. I'll punch you in the teeth. I'll punch you in the teeth with your sparkling ass. Rocky, that's why I like the 1838 dictionary. 1828. It's alright though. It's old, right? And you're like, that ain't even old. Webster's 1828. This is Noah Webster. It's not the Webster that you know of as Webster's dictionary, but it's his predecessor. This is one of the first solid, complete English dictionaries in the Americas. This was bad. You even find a lot of stuff from the Bible. This is real shit. And look, it's so nice of them. They have it online. There's so many different dictionaries. There's no such thing as the definition of something. It's a definition, because a dictionary is a dictation of the lexicon. It's one person's dictation. It's not to say just shit on somebody's... Thank you. It's not to say just shit on somebody's dictation. Respect. What makes you think you could dictate the language? Really read through a dictionary, not just use it for what you want. Get in there, look at them, especially the first few pages. Remind yourself of how little you know about the language you speak every day. And whose fault that is. No, bro, get in these dictionaries. Even the Bible. Like, tell me how many times you read the Bible. Did you crack open a dictionary? No. So I bet you skipped over and misinterpreted many words. That ain't the book's fault. Book big enough. You want them to have a dictionary in there too? Shut the fuck up, Aries. These niggas ain't listening. I know. Whatever. Let's get to the next question, guys. This is fun.
Disappointing, like disappointing in like how I was experiencing disappointment. Not that like I was disappointed by the guild. Like just the emotion of disappointment of like in myself of like, cause I was like saying like, oh, I want to make this everyday, like an everyday part of my life, like left hand path, yada yada yada. But I'm really in there to get more pussy or to get more money, you know, like just some monkey shit. Like what the fuck? And so yeah, kind of just like realizing like the wish fulfillment where I was at. But like also like there were like aspects of like parts that I was able to like salvage and like to cultivate, like not to like I threw everything away, but it was just like so much bullshit. The bullshit was predominant and like and pervasive. There we go, pervasive. And so like just focusing on the bullshit and the self-deception. So like after the disappointment, it took me kind of maybe like 2-3 seasons, to be honest, to like move past or move through the disappointment, or like with the disappointment. So like now I'm able to like move with it, and like, cause it's still there, but it's not. Mm-hmm. It doesn't stop.
Well, what was the disappointment in yourself? Like, why were you disappointed?
Cause like just from like experiences that I've had, like I know that like the mode of being is like what I lost track of, and like disappointment in the modal confusion, because to me like I should have known better, and like that should have is what I've been like working on.
That should have. Side EJS, good to see you. Welcome to the show. Like this, man. Y'all all so similar. I can see it, and because I'm sitting in a place where I can see something like that. How many folks will tell you they've been doing stuff like this since they was a child? Yeah, I bet. Okay, you may have invested in Islam, you may have invested in Christianity, you may have invested in whatever your parents raised you in, but you were interested in this aspect of reality since you were a kid. There's something bigger going on here. What you call your life. But you gotta let go of what the fuck you think it is before you can get there. That's what I say, basic stuff. And these other folks ain't teaching you this basic stuff. And so when you get in here, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. Yeah, I remember he was disappointed for a few seasons. But kudos, because he came back. He didn't take the disappointment and then attribute it to me. Or any of his teachers. Which is good form. He didn't look back and say, well, they should have da 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 da, and maybe they should have. I'll say that. That's my job. I'm the teacher. But what he did is like, look, I should have, and I know I should have. Like when it comes to the shadow work and the inner child part, I'll consistently say this, and I don't hear enough people saying it. But you know, whatever, get over it. When it comes to that inner child stuff, you abandoned it. You can tell me what everybody else did to suppress it. Okay, cool, wonderful, great job. You're not wrong, but what's the part you missed that made all the difference? You let it go. You buried it. And not just that, you abused it just like everyone else did. Well, everybody did it, so what? Yeah, everybody did it. But you, et tu, Brutus? You did it? That's the part that hurts. The betrayal and abandonment. And you're not just gonna walk back in there and shit just sweet. It takes work. And it hurts. One thing I like about Glitch is he'll actually go through some of the stuff I'm talking about. Like, and not just listen to me talk about it. Like, John Vervaeke's Meaning Crisis is thick. It's thick. And it's heavy. Like, even though he goes out of his way to cut back on a lot of the jargon, some of the jargon is necessary. That's what we call nomenclature. Okay? Nomenclature are the set of words that are not only specific to a certain body of thought, but they're almost required to understand that body of thought. Like, if we're talking molecular biology, like, this is why when someone says something about cells, like melanocyte, because it ends in "site," I know that's a cell. So I don't just have to make the whole sentence melanin producing cell. Even melanin is like the anin at the end. And so within any body of knowledge, there are certain words that are fundamental to the body of knowledge. Metaphysics is no different. Metaphysics is a branch of philosophy. And even within that branch, there are subcategories. See, things like ontology and epistemology, cosmology, these are fundamental to metaphysics. Yeah, what about egregores? Don't ask me that. What is you? Let me guess. You created that? Okay, cool, wonderful. Great job. What is you? Okay, well, tell me what the truth is. What do you mean by truth? You want to know what's real? What is real? It's ontological. It's ontological. Basics. And so the jig is, guys, you abandon that. And you know better. Regardless of what anyone else did, you know better. You can't bullshit your way around that and get to the point. Because the thing you're trying to bullshit your way around is the point. Last thing before I continue, the wish fulfillment. Even motherfuckers will say it out their mouth. No, I'm different. I ain't like that. I can smell it on you. I'm telling you. But I always got to be nice about it because nobody wants to admit it. Anyways, a lot of people have looked at spirituality as a form of wish fulfillment. See, that's the modal confusion again. That's the having. I'm going to do this so I can have a certain thing. Wish fulfillment. Manifestation. I won't tell you can't do that. One, you get what you ask for. Two, you're going to suck at it. And you're going to spend so much time propping up your shoddy work that you won't realize you suck at it. It takes a lot more to do what you guys are asking for. I'm not here in the business of telling you what you can't do. And because look, when I get around telling you what you can't do, I'm going to have exactly why you can't do it. But spirituality is not wish fulfillment and superpowers. That right there, tell me what is you. Why you want to fulfill that thing's wishes? Why you want to give it superpowers and upgrade it? Because you think it's you? It bothers me a lot, but that's my problem. Shadow work.
Okay, no, I guess you're saying then it kind of gave you a good look at yourself.
Yeah, because I think I've had experiences from like early on that if I stood on those, I would have different outcome right now. So, like, yeah,
Like what? Like what kind of experiences?
just like when I was a kid, when I had my first out of body experience, and like that's like knowing that I'm not the body.
Mm-hmm.
But and like so from there, it's like I don't. There's not like a real there's not a real excuse for like moving from I'm the body, knowing I'm not the body, and like kind of like, but like the shadow work to like delve into that is where I've been at a lot right now.
So sort of having given up the things that you used to believe, like you knew you used to believe it, but you sort of left it behind. And if you would have stood on that, things would be different for you.
Like that's the only thing that like was giving me life and was giving me like the real sustenance, and like I was killing it, and like realizing that like I was doing that is like disappointing. It's like that. It's like disappointing that I did that, basically.
I like that. That those were the only things that were actually propelling you forward in your curiosity for spirituality, but you were inadvertently killing them with the way you were trying to put them into your physicalist framework.
Yeah.
And almost rejecting them.
Yeah. Like ignoring them too. Not like just rejecting, but it's like ignoring them. But like going to them when I needed them. So it's like it's not just ignoring them, but it's like when it was convenient for me, I went, and then when I didn't need to, I just ignored it. But I also realized that now, like before, I was like, oh, there are kind of like no consequences, but it's like there are real consequences and they didn't go away. It's like, so it's like, oh shit, like those consequences are still there. Like I think the most
Before he goes into the consequences, like some of the ones specific for him, this kind of touches wish fulfillment a bit. And it gets into the idea that a lot of people are looking at this as a way of rebelling against religion and organized traditions and whatnot. Running from consequences. Yeah, follow me for a second. Like with Christianity. I don't like the idea that I'm going to get punished and go to hell. Why would God punish me? He's not nice. You sound like a child. Anyways, they want to be able to have this framework where there's no consequences. And you know what? Look, fair. Fair, I understand what you're looking for, but the details make all the difference. I want to be able to do whatever I want. Cool. 100%. Won't tell you you're wrong. I love to do that. But if you get to do whatever you want, so does everything else. And that's where you're going to have a problem. See, what you really want deep down is you to do whatever you want, but then be able to control other things. You're a tyrant. You're a tyrant. You want to have the benefits without any consequences. And then y'all do the prideful thing as if you're above consequence. Look, do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law. Cool. Cool. Look. Look. You get what you ask for. You get what you ask for. You can't want consequences for other people and not want them for you. You want to escape consequences but want to get back at all those people who did this, that, and the third. No. Do what thou wilt should be the whole of the law. The details make all the difference. And there's so many details that have gone unexamined. Not just unexamined. Y'all motherfuckers have been gaslit. Not gaslit. Don't say gaslit. Y'all motherfuckers have been hyped up. That's better. On bullshit. On the main shit y'all supposed to be working with in the beginning, got hyped up. You got hyped up. That's why a good portion of y'all, that's why most of y'all are interested in the dark shit, because you think you can get away from the consequences. But no, the consequences are more severe with the dark shit. I told you, every Sith Lord is maimed. Every Sith Lord is maimed. Crippled in ways that are unimaginable to most. But that's what happens. You want unimaginable power? There's going to be unimaginable consequences. They're just trying to scare me. Okay, fuck around and find out, Simba. Okay, I know you confident in that roar. I'm gonna be your mighty king, so enemies beware. Good job. Check out the Elephant Graveyard, kiddo. Please. So serious.
Like the most severe consequence has basically been a loss of connection. Like deluding myself that there was an otherwise, like there was a other than the case that it was. I think that is a consequence in and of itself. Not having a cultivated relationship with genius is a consequence.
What difference did the consequence make for you?
So initially, it's a lot of feelings. So initially, the consequence was just I felt bad. I guess one of the ways that I think about it is astrologically, I have a Cancer ascendant, and I actually went to took my son to the tide pools by the beach, and there were crabs, and when you scared the crab, it would hide under the rock until basically it sensed that whatever scared it was gone, and that stuck with me because I was doing that at that exact moment. Basically, I was damn, I'm just not moving until I feel more comfortable to move. That's a theme of my life, but since it's to do with Cancer ascendant and stuff, it's less of delving into the feelings about it, because that's the trap already. But noticing that that's a feature of that's one of the features, but I've been using it wrong. Yeah. So it's not that crabs do that, but there's a point where, since I'm realizing that it's something that I'm doing, now I have a responsibility to be able to move out of that training.
You have to face the fact that you're doing it, and you can't kind of bullshit it away or validate it.
Yeah.
That's a big part of the shadow work. You have to start seeing what you're doing.
And it's the shadow work that's been coming up with me, because a new, I guess the spider deity I was uncovered her name, and I've been doing a lot of shadow work with her, but it's been bodily, it's certain emotions connected to different experiences, and it's reliving the bottling up of all those emotions and feelings in real time, in situations, and it happens physically and non-physically. So it could be non-physically, anxious about a event, but realizing that ontologically that happening in non-physical it's like the reality of it happening. Like for
Mm-hmm.
example, like imagining like from that Boruto scene where Naruto like is like holding Boruto, like when
Mm-hmm.
Boruto dies. Flashbacks, like Naruto has flashbacks to like Boruto when he was a baby and like when he was holding his hand and shit like that. That shit had me falling, bro. I was like, what the fuck? And then like imagining shit like that, and before I was too scared to do that, but having the space with that deity, her name is Exili. So having the space with her, and like moving, like actually moving through it, I'm realizing that like a part of Amar did die that experience, like not ontologically, but like actually. And
Yeah, ontologically, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, actually,
And
yeah.
Ontologically was the correct word. Can you guys use ontologically in a sentence? Let me guess, just a big word to show off? No, it means something. Asshole. See, when you motherfuckers is like, I'm so fur in a language you don't even speak, that's showing off. Chill out. Chill out. Because watch, when they walk by who actually speak that language, then what you gonna do? Watch, not shut the fuck up. You gonna pretend like y'all on equal footing. But stop. But stop. I'm a dick, I know. But you guys are assholes. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry? Saidi just said, I want to do everything you want and try to control the outcome of getting everything you want. Right? You want the benefits with no consequence. You want the benefits with no consequence. You basically want to cheat the world, but at the same time not look like you cheat. Fuck out of here. Just simple fact that you wanted to cheat makes you a cheater. Chill out, right? Anyway, shadow work. And then, I said this before, but I'll reiterate it again. First of all, most of what people are calling shadow work out here is just awful. They've gotten into the habit of saying what's popular. Because, if you say words that your audience feels like they know, your audience will feel connected to you. They'll feel like you guys are talking about the same thing, and they'll feel like you understand them. That's what I was looking for. Sorry. So, the way the class is set up, each month we go over one of the A's of Practical Magick. Ascension, Ancestors, Altars. Each month we focus on one of them. Every month we're going to talk on shadow work. Every month. That one doesn't change. That one doesn't go away. Okay? Here, I'll just show you on this calendar. Look, some private side of the guild. Don't nobody else do this shit for y'all. Whatever. You want the person that abuses you. I get it. No, I get it. There's a whole word for that. Anyways, Stockholm Syndrome. There we go. Practical practice is when we go over one of the A's of Practical Magick. Be it Ascension, Ancestors, and Altars. Okay? Shadow Work Saturdays? Every time we're in session, we're having Shadow Work Saturdays. I don't care what month it is. The basic concepts are easy enough to understand, but getting in there and doing it is where you're going to have the trouble. Inevitably, everyone falls on the first jump. Hell, you're going to fall on the first 100 jumps. And you can, do what most people are going to do. It's, I'm falling because I'm insufficient. Kinda. Look, what you're doing is difficult. You've bitten off more than you can chew. And so, you need to keep chewing. At the age you're at, you can't remember how difficult it was for you to learn to wipe your ass. How much help you needed, how long it took you to not only understand the concept, but to get it right. Get efficient. Hell, some motherfuckers be 10 years old still ain't wiping their ass right. Shit. Shadow work is like wiping your ass. At first, you suck. You need help. Then you get better at it. And eventually, you do it pretty good for the rest of your life. I don't care how good you wiped yesterday, that don't count towards today. And if you miss a day, you're going to be Mr. Itchy. You're going to be Mr. Itchy, and it's going to affect everything you do. A lot of people are talking about shadow work is just feeling better about emotions. And here's a big one. People's focus, because it's in the name, shadow work, right? Their focus is on the shadow part. It's both of them. It's both of them. Shadow and personality. Shadow and personality. You're looking at the thing you don't want. The thing you say is in your way. And sometimes parts of your personality are shaped just to cover up some bullshit. Only reason you got that rug in your living room, and you tell folks, it's because it's this. I got it from Persia. It's an actual Persian rug. You put the in there when you do it. You pretend like you didn't do it on purpose, and you hope somebody notices, right? Only reason you got that rug in your living room is to cover up that nasty shit on your floor. You really need to clean the floor. You don't even need that. Look, you clean the floor, you wouldn't need the rug. But you make sure you let everybody know about the rug. But you don't tell them about the shit up under it, do you? Asshole. Personality, shadow. It's a complex. It's a collective category. Okay? They go hand in hand. The idea of shadow work originally the idea of the shadow comes from Carl Jung. Obviously, he didn't create the word. He just coined the phrase or the term to be pointing to something specific. And a lot of people aren't even researching what he was pointing to. They get a little bit of something and run with it. Start teaching, giving you tips. And you eat it up. Fuck you, me. What I'm talking about is similar to that. I don't like integration, though. Integration, I think, gives people the sense that one day they're going to be done. One day they're going to be integrated, and then they can go on to help others integrate. No. Look, I'm going to set up a volunteer program for you to help people wipe their ass. You want to do that? You're not going to get paid. Bad hours. And motherfuckers are going to hate you for doing it. You don't want to do that. Fuck out of here. Nobody want to help others. What you want is acknowledgement, recognition, validation. That's what you want. Because you wouldn't help if you didn't get it. The bullshit. The self-deception. You have to deal with it. You have to cultivate systems to deal with it. So you don't just shit and get up if you do, you're nasty. You got to go get toilet paper before you can use it. You got to make sure you keep it on deck. You ever took a shit and didn't have no toilet paper? How you look? Like a dumbass, right? Got your pants around your ankles, peeking around the corner, make sure nobody see your ass out as you creep to bathroom trying to find toilet paper. Ain't none in the house. Boy, you look dumb. What you gonna do? Try and find a napkin? You ain't got no napkin. Go and pull them pants up, shitty booty, and go to the store. Yeah, you gotta cultivate a system to be able to get that right. So this is what you're doing. Part of what you're doing anyway. You're creating systems. You're cultivating systems to begin to deal with these things effectively. And this is part of what deities are for. It's not just what they are. My parents are just for feeding me and protecting me. They give me things I want. You sound like a fucking 2-year-old. That's what you're using it for right now. It's bigger than that. Deities aren't for wish fulfillment. This is something the deities can help you with. And this ain't quick and it ain't easy. I'm not going to sell it to you like you can get shadow work without the hurt, without the stink. I don't care how long you've been wiping your ass, how good you done got at it. It's going to stink. Every time. Every time you put that tissue down there, it's going to be doo-doo. You're never going to wipe and get cake icing. Ooh, this is different. I've progressed. No, it don't work like that. It don't. I know everybody want that shit. Shad, good to see you in the chat. What's up? What's up, old head? Hey, man. Right here. Look, my back hurt today. I'm right there. Look, any of y'all motherfuckers my age, you old too. Fuck you mean? Fuck you mean? Shit, I'm in my 30s and still be having shit stay sometimes. Look, see what I'm saying? EJ's like, look, bro, fuck it. I'm honest, man. Hey, man, it's out here. Some of y'all, if y'all ain't have color draws, if y'all was rocking the tighty whities, we'd know. Well, your spouse or whoever does your laundry would know. Look, one of them days you don't wipe good, and you see that shit in there, you're like, oh shit, put that shit at the bottom of the hamper. Nah, put that shit at the top. Put that shit at the top. Go do it yourself. Get the special spray and, scrub it out of there. Oh, shit. I'm awful. But hell no, bro. Look, you ain't the only one out there, man. Shit. Motherfuckers act like they just above it. Look, I got colored drawers on, man. If I'm that bad, I wouldn't know. But real shit, when it comes to cleaning my ass, I like to be thorough. I don't like the itchiness. I don't like it because it fucks up, like I said, it fucks up everything you do. You wipe till you don't see no doo-doo. Then in the shower, triple wipe it. Look, last thing you get, triple wash it. Get it once. Okay. Go back in. Leg up. For good measure. One more time. I'm telling you. Look, I'm grown as fuck. There's hair back there. Gotta do it. Gotta get in there. Nah, bro. It's not quick enough. It's gonna take too long. You told me about yourself. Okay. It don't take too long. It's washing your ass. Anyway, shadow work is consistently what we're talking about. You don't get to a point where you're done. You don't. Well, why should I even start? What, you think you're gonna eat so you never have to eat again? No. You don't complain about joy, stop complaining about sadness. You don't complain about pleasure, stop complaining about pain. Yeah, I know it sucks. I hate it too. My back hurts right now. Fuck, and I'm hoping I don't have more pain than I'm probably due. Okay? Shit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. You so caught up in the shoulds, woulds, and coulds, you ain't seeing what is. Shadow work. Bro, what I'm talking about is the tip of the iceberg. It's the basics of the basics of the basics. Like, this shit is so much bigger. I'm alright. I was going to talk about that, but I want to get back to the interview. I'm alright. Yeah, I'm hurt. Fuck you mean?
Like, in your one of the Aries Apprentice videos, like I finally like understood like what glitch and those like primordial like entities like ate or like eat, and yeah, and that was just recently, like the past like week, it's been happening like basically every day, something.
Okay, well, to be honest, scary. And after that, I ran. You know, I was scared. When I first came in there, I had to go through shadow work because you remind me so much of my dad. I didn't like your teaching style. It was more so like chastisement. It's like, oh, well, you think you're doing this, you're not doing that. I was like, hold up now. And it was more so of a mirror being back at me, and I realized how much spiritual shit I wasn't doing. And it was more so like, oh, so you came in here to feel better. You came in here like, because that's the whole purpose of like me really getting into spirituality. My parents died, and I was looking for an answer. I was like, well, what happened when you died? What happened next? And I would have a non-physical answer, but still reduce it back to the physical body. And all these things was coming up. And one thing that really made me run, when you was like, you being nested in something and you get kicked out the nest, and like everything that you thought you was is being destroyed. I was like, oh my God, I don't want this shit. And Amar had to come get me out the fucking mud. He texted me like after the first season. He's like, bro, what you doing? You coming back? And I had 1,000 excuses. Well, I don't have money. I don't have time. I got to do this. And he got me back. But it was a bad experience on my part.
Yeah, it hurt.
Like I said, that's why I fuck with Side Ejects. He's honest. And real shit, he ain't the only person who's run before. Like it's pretty consistent. It's pretty consistent. I remember I just go through a few that I remember off the top of my head. One person, she's been doing really good actually. She'd actually made some recent progress in the shadow work and the childhood thing, and that's just telling me. You know, she's just telling the group or whatever. I think it was just me, her, Cassis in there. I don't think there's many people in there at all. But like I said, she's making some progress. She actually, did a little more reconnecting. And as I'm listening, I can hear the next place she gotta go. And I was like, she's not gonna like this. She'll be mad at me. She's gonna, I might not see her next month. But I had to say it. I also had to say it and not invalidate the progress. Did not come back for the next season. But I stand on what I said. I said what I said. I'm not lying. Look, this is a basic one with the inner child stuff, bruh. You abandoned it. Like, it's good to see you back around. Nice to see you doing okay. That doesn't outweigh this. And I can still see you doing it. So no, I gotta say it. But that's kind of how shit work with me. Sometimes motherfucker need to hate me for a year or two before they can fuck with me. That's cool. It happens. Maybe you like me for a while, gotta hate me for a little while, and then come back around. That's cool. You know where to find me. I'm hateable. Another person. This man, bruh. Like, he tried to make a little scene of leaving. It was funny because, nobody gave a fuck. I mean, I gave a fuck. But I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Right? Like, he whispered it to somebody in the DM and then bounced. And the only reason I knew he did it because the dude he DM'd hit me up like, hey, man, is he okay? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean? He said, da 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 da. I'm like, it'll be all right. I mean, he told you, so maybe you can do something, but he'll be all right. You know, went out there, went back to Christianity for a little while, and then came back and made a show of that too. And I'm like, bruh, I see you. But kids gonna be kids, bruh. Kids gonna be kids. It's the dude he DM. He wanted to leave for a while. Like, once again, I only know this in retrospect because he told me later. But yeah, bro, look, this shit gonna hit. This shit gonna hit. And it's gonna hit in ways nobody else's shit hit. Not simply because I'm special, magnanimous, and amazing, but because it's a disservice motherfuckers been doing to y'all. Somebody should have told you long time ago. So that you could be working on it and you be ready for some advanced shit. But nah, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. Look, go ahead. Never talk to me again. You perfectly fine, but you know what I said. I'm not difficult to find. I'll be right here when you come back around. And the good thing about Society Ejects and Glitch, they were in previous class of some other place together. I think they might even take the boot camp together. But yeah, like, I think Glitch is good for that. I don't know specifically, but from what I've heard, he'll get in your DM. You know, like, hey man, what are you talking about? You alright? It is good, right? I'm like, it's cohorts. That's what y'all supposed to do. Yeah, he went and got Society Eject. Hey man, where you going? Hey, come on, bro. What's going on, man? Chill out. I love it. I love it. I would definitely say now that it wasn't the baddest experience. You get what you asked for. Yes, sir, Society Ejects. You get what you asked for. And look, bro, I know from a mile away this shit's gonna be difficult. Like, I've been there. And I didn't have no cohorts to help me with it. I just had motherfuckers looking at me like I was crazy. I know it sucks. I don't have a thing to make you feel better about it, though. But I set this up to where you have people who are going through the same thing. You begin to have a language so you can speak a common language. See, that's part of what that's why the framework is necessary. That's why learning to speak about it is necessary. It's part of learning to navigate it. So, I mean, it's built into the environment, but I can't force you to use it. You know, some people, they don't want to talk at all. It hurts so much, they just stay in that corner. It's like learned helplessness. I think one of the experiments or examples of learned helplessness is like a dog in an electric cage, and it just shock it relentlessly, and to the point where even if you open the door, it just won't go out because it's learned that there's no hope. I shouldn't even look. Like, I'm just gonna sit here and take this. And you may think that's just you. Nah, a lot of people are like that. And look, take your time, bro. Take your time. I go out of my way to make the guild a safe place for you to stumble through this, because you're gonna need to. No, I don't never need to stumble. Chill out, bro. Chill out. Like, look, nobody's looking. Okay, just be honest, please. I know in public I'll embarrass you in front of the bitches, but that's because it's funny. That's because it's funny, okay? In here, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go out of my way not to do that. I'm still going to be a dick, so it might slip, but look, I'm not trying to destroy you, okay? I'm not. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. But I do love the fact that he came back. I try to give you all an incentive to stick around, but either way, you're going to do what you do. I'm here.
It was hurt. It hurts. And I know it sounds so cliche, but it's like it's so real. Like, it was like a destroying. Well, I couldn't say destroy because I never had a foundation, but it was just looking at like my house being lopsided, and I'm walking into the house every day, and I know like the ceiling's fucked up, water's coming in, I'm falling through the floors, like all the walls are fucked up, and still living in that condition because I wanted to and I loved it. And then somebody picked the mirror on you. It's like, you know, bro, you gotta fix that foundation. It's not gonna stand for 10 years. Your roof gonna blow down, you know.
You gotta fix that foundation, boy. I'm so serious. Oh.
I was scared.
Mm-hmm,
I came in with my chest poked out, thinking it was gonna be the same shit with other groups, and it wasn't. It wasn't. And
mm-hmm.
like a mom, I kind of feel like disappointed myself. Like, damn, bro. Like, so what was you doing for these years? You was pretending. You was posing. But it's some other good shit. I learned how to look at fundamental things, and I was able to look in directions on how shit was unfolding. Like I had somewhere to frame communing with the ancestors and shit.
Well, I was going to ask if you had, like, beforehand, if you had ever done anything with the ancestors.
Hell no, it was befitting to talk to ancestors in Christianity. It wasn't room for it. You can talk to angels, but not ancestors. But I know they still embody spirits. They still non-physical beings.
Ancestors. That's one of the places we go. Um, Once again, it's a goddamn shame your teachers ain't introduced you to this. It's a goddamn shame. And they're trying to throw you motherfuckers into higher order deities? No. That's what part of what got y'all motherfuckers thinking that shit's supposed to be for your wish fulfillment. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, for some people, you done got hype on the idea of all these different deities. And where you think you advance. And don't know nothing but just repeating shit. Bruh, ancestors, not only are they a form of deity, they're what you're looking for. Madam and Sir Wish Fulfillment. Like I said, we're doing the beginning. The fundamentals of practical magic. Ancestors. Ancestors. Okay? I like to call ancestors the gods of physical life. And even then, people still want to get to the highest of the high. Like, let's just slow down. It don't have to be that big. It don't. You start here, right there at the lowest level. Learn how that works. Because look, this is what I say. If you can figure out ancestors, you can deal with any deity. It's a matter of scale. It's a matter of scale. Look, you go out there and do your lemonade stand, okay? Do the lemonade stand. Stop trying to serve every neighborhood in the whole goddamn city. Chill. You sit here thinking about a global lemonade business. Like, oh, let's run the lemonade stand for a little while. What? I ain't making no bread. I know. But you don't know, and that's the problem. It's not because I'm better than you. Well, I am, but that's not the reason. It's that you're not the best you can be yet. And there's some basic stuff you haven't grasped. I start people, even in consultations, bro, ancestors. Because motherfuckers don't get what deities are. They're just so quick on trying to control and use. And they don't even cultivate a relationship with the motherfucker. Imagine some motherfucker don't know you and come asking you for stuff, trying to get you to do this, that, and the third. Not only do they not know you, they're not interested. And then you being you, your gracious ass, do what they ask for, and now they look at you, what you mean? It's great, I didn't want all that. And then what you asked for? See, fuck y'all, man. Fuck y'all. That's arrogant, short-sighted, and naive. And your teachers will sell that shit to you, and it's a goddamn shame. You listen to Panic and you think you need to touch the darkest thing in the world. Alright. Fuck with the elephant graveyard. Go ahead. I'm not trying to scare you. Look, I can go. We can go. We can go. But it ain't what you want. That ain't what you want. And you got to be honest about what it is you wanted. Ancestors are proximal to physical life. All the old frameworks that y'all trying to pull deities from, ancestors were basic. And you ain't even done that. Impress with yourself. Slow it down. slow it down. So it's so crucial and so necessary, guys. So crucial and so necessary. I say, what was most impactful for you in that first season? Like really, what like? I guess I don't know if I want to say what got you to run, but like what about what got you to run? Like what in that first season ultimately had to bring you back? Like, this was the thing here. Like, I can't deny this thing.
Okay. Yeah, so I was curious and I was like, okay, so if I'm really want to see what spirituality is, let me go back in. So it's more so of being just courage and curiosity and see what was really going on. And the main thing, I couldn't unsee it. Like, once I heard not even what you were saying, just the material, like I could see it everywhere else. Like, it was like an unseen. Like, you cannot unsee this shit now. It's everywhere. Like, if I went back to Christianity, I knew how that was framed. If I went back to Travis, okay, so he's coming from the middle path. It's like it was showing up everywhere. No, it wasn't showing up. It was always there. I was just seeing it now.
Yeah, I love that little distinction. Like, it wasn't just showing up; it was always there, and you can't stop seeing it now. It's obvious, and no, it's because you ain't the only person who's hit a season and it's like, I gotta go. Like, this is too much, But I'm glad you did come back. I'm so glad you came back.
I'm glad I came back. A lot more to learn. But I think I ran too because my expectations didn't meet up to what I thought it was going to be. Like, from the other questions you asked, all that come into play. Like, my expectations were different. Like, oh, this shit's going to be easy. It's going to be, he's going to tell me what I need to do to make my life better. And it was like, oh, nah, I don't know if I'm ready to really want to do this work. But it's like, you already in the mix now. So there's no turning back.
Yeah, you can't. Once you start, then ain't no stopping. That's one thing about the shit I talked to y'all about. Even with the different shows, you can't unsee what I showed you. You can't unsee it. It was there the whole time. And now you can see you've been avoiding that too. Can't unsee it. You can't unsee it. So, look, all I gotta do is stay right where I'm at. Because I've been you. I know what's gonna happen. You can't unsee what you've seen. You'll be back because nothing else is going to help you with it. Nothing else. I live in you rent free. I'm gonna live in you rent free. I'm trying to say it's what I'm the ego. I'm so serious, but see, I don't even get what I mean when I say that. I'm gonna live in you rent free. Crawl up under your skin, find a nice little warm spot, like right outside. Look, you trying to reach, that place on your back you want to reach and scratch and just can't reach it yourself. That's where I live, right there, and I wiggle around and make it itchy. Look, you're not gonna be able to unsee this. It was always there, and you were part of it. Go ahead. And look, that I know it's hard. I know there's a lot there. That's the beginning. Now you can say I'm trying to da when I say that. Say, no pause, maestro. No pause. Look, I'm just gonna sit there with it. Look, I'm not like the other motherfuckers who gonna give you the clap of the cosmos, just money just flying out, right? Nah. No, so shh. Where you going? Where you going? Ah, shit. Oh, my God. I'm so mad. I'm an asshole, bro. And the crazy shit that was last year, and I still got so much more growing to do. Hell yeah. It's something to embrace. Because I do not want to give y'all any illusions. I'm done growing. I'm like, All the shit I'm doing is part of my development. I tell you motherfuckers I don't like teaching, but I know that's where I need to be. I know I fit in that place. It's part of my development. You do karate, right? See, the basic nigga don't even learn from a master. Basic nigga don't learn from a master. They learn from the person the master taught. The person that the master taught, who they taught, that's who you learn from when you get in there. Part of the mastering is there is a certain place where your master says you're ready to teach. It's part of, because look, this is one of the things. When you teach something that you know how to do, you learn a new perspective about it. Ever see a little kid trying to teach another little kid how to tie their shoe? You ever taught a kid how to tie their shoe? You've been doing it for years. Teaching it is a different dance. It's not that you're not doing what you've been doing. You have to look at it in a completely different way. You're required to go beyond your way of thinking to understand it. See, when you first learning this, people do this consistently. You know, they try to avoid using the words I use because they have to frame it for their own way. Okay, fine, take your time. I know it enough ways to understand it. To teach it, you can't do that. You can't, I'm going to put it in my own words. No. You got to be able to put it in all of their words. You have to be able to master their words. See, man, motherfuckers out here, tips and hints, take what you need. Nah, you don't know what you're talking about. Fuck out of here. So hard, so angry. Maestro, I'm already trying to not think of Galactica. I don't need the Arius Wormus. Hey, bro. I'm in there. This, and it's not even just that I'm a dick. It's not even just that I really like it. I'm that kind of creature. I live in those dark, nasty places no one wants to be. Like, I love it in there. Up under your skin, and nobody likes something that wants to live under your skin. I get that. Doesn't mean I'm gonna be something different. I could try not to, but I'm not going to. Hey man, tapeworm, not scotch, tapeworm, not duct, tape. There's so many different worms. What I really like about worms is like to Homo sapien, right? You look at a worm, look at a little piece of shit. Fuck you, you ain't nothing. You the lowest of the lowest of the low. Squirming ass motherfucker. Yeah, cool, right? But to everything below it, a worm is a beast. Imagine the bacteria that live in the soil, right? A worm is a beast. They have legends about being cycled through the stomach of a worm and shat out back into the world. A worm is a beast. On the level of the low, nigga, it's at the top. Okay? No one wants to be the top of the bottom. You the top of the bottom down here. You the top of the bottom. Class senpai. What is the word? I've heard the word senpai. What on? Do I even want to look up the word senpai? Because I have an idea that I may understand it, but I think I don't. My tiny senpai? Wait, what is... An informal use senpai, also type senpai, can refer to anyone whose attention you want to get. That could be someone you admire. Oh, someone who's okay. Oh, okay, look at her. She got her eyes. She focused on the motherfucker. Oh shit! Now you get in here. This is all kind of senpai shit. All kind of senpai spirits. Anyway, what was I talking about? God, I'm a piece of shit. I don't remember. Let's get back to the video. Here we go.
So, I honestly, it was a little different for me because remember we did a pre-guild before the guild, right?
Yeah, you were part of my test run.
Right. And that was insane because what you guys did in 3 months, we did in a month, right? So for me, it was like it was a test run, but we didn't nearly receive nowhere near as much information as we did when we actually did the real guild. So I came in with the pretense of, oh, we're gonna be doing what we did the first month and stretch it out a little bit. I didn't think it was gonna be 3 times the work. So it was confusing when we did the pre-guild, and then it was even more confusing when we did the actual first season of the guild. The first season of the guild, it was interesting. I was interesting. It was new information. So to me, it was like boot camp, consultations, and shadow work all in one with the fundamentals and a framework. So initially, it was interesting. Honestly, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I didn't want to come back this season. I didn't want to come back. I was just like, yo, it's too much work because I feel like I was like, I got too much to do. I gotta go back and listen to all these recordings. I gotta go back and take all these notes. And what keeps me going, honestly, is I know that's a part of my shadow work. Because like Amar was saying, it's easy for me to run from stuff until I feel like it's safe. I'm a full-out Cancer. I like to feel safe and nurture, and I like stability, and I like protection, all at the same time, right? But with the guild, you have to formulate that for yourself, right? There is no someone like, hey, we're having class at this time, and reminding you like you in school. There's no grade to get. There's no pat on your back. There's no, hey, you're doing great work. It's either you got to show up for yourself. So the ability to run and drop it is very easy. But part of my shadow work is not running from things that I find to be difficult because I realize that's something that I use in my day-to-day life previous to our consultations. I would run from things, or I would pick the thing that I knew for sure that I would be able to accomplish and get through. Even my career, right? I wanted to be a physician, but I picked nursing because I was like, I could do that shit. Like, I can do this. And I did, and I accomplished it with flying colors because I knew it was something that I could do. But I was like, after our first consultation, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna run from things that are difficult for me, or that I won't be the superstar at it, so I can feel better about myself. But this season, I was just like, yo, I'm gonna have to tell Mr. Bookman I can't do this shit no more. I can't do it. I don't want to do it no more. It's too much work. But I was like, you know what? Don't be a little bitch. Because it's easy for you to be a little bitch. It is. It's very easy for me to be a little bitch. It's very easy to be like, hey, listen, I got my home life. Sorry. I got a home life to worry about, okay? I got these kids to raise, okay? I got a husband to take care of, okay? You know, it's very easy for me to make excuses, but I was like, you know what? If I find myself making excuses, I'm gonna attack it head on. And everything that I'm looking for is there. I address the situation, whatever it is that I'm looking for is there. And it's normally me running from hard work. Even though I like hard work, which is so fucking weird, right? I love hard work, but as soon as it shows up, I want to run. I want to run from it.
There we go. Oh, my back is killing me. I'm so happy he didn't go further into senpai research. Look, when I saw the little cute girls, because I know I've heard the word. When I saw the little cute girls, I'm like, okay, it's probably best. I bet it gets messy. So, I've been working with Rocky longer than anyone else who's on the panel here. In fact, she was one of the people who was part of my initial test run. Like when you're in the guild, there's a small group of people called pioneers. That's what a pioneer is, right? And so for my initial test run, because like I said, the guild is 3 months, but I just crunched it all into 1 month. Okay. He like she said, didn't expect it would be 3 times what I gave you in the 1 month. But look, like this is what I mean when I say I expect people to run. I expect it to look like way too much work. I expect it to be outside of the scope of what your expectations was. I've been you guys. I know. Like, you ever see some kids do some slick shit and they think they're more advanced than the parent, as if the parent wasn't a kid before? Like, I know. This is why I load you guys up with stuff. We can pause there. This is why I load you guys up with stuff, because I want you to have everything I can give you. So when you do go, so when I'm not available, you have it. Because if you want to just hear me talk, you can come to YouTube for that. There's plenty of free shit for that. You got to get in here and work it. You got to get in here and show up for yourself. And a lot of people, showing up for yourself is where you've always had the problem. You spent a lot of time bullshitting yourself and saying, hey, is this, is that, is this, that's that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You don't show up for yourself. You abandon yourself. In those moments of truth, you run. It's not an insult. I can do so much better if we were insulted. It's not an insult. Look, it's real shit. You've been doing it for a long time, not showing up for yourself. You want the clout that comes with the hard work, but you don't want the work. You can tell Christians to do the work, do the research. What you mean is do what you did, but what you did was just watch a few videos and then repeat it. There's a motherfucker in my DMs right now. All this motherfucker does is repeat Bobby Hemmett. He's been isolating himself, watching the videos, feeling good, and now he's caught in a loop. He don't know it. I'm like, bro, look, I know what you're talking about. I know what that is. I know what that is. Yeah, look, here, look, you can research this. Like, it's not just new words. That's why I try and avoid giving you guys new words, because you get like the deer in headlights shit. Ugh. See how angry I am? But no, look, even some of the advanced students are like, man, this is a lot of work. And it is. It is. It's a lifetime of work. You gotta remember, people spent their whole lives doing this shit. I can only say, hey Dawson, good to see you in the chat. Welcome to the show. Hope to see you in the guild. Look, there's the excuse. There's your excuse. I got the hands, bitch.
But yeah, like I said, my first season of the guild, it was confusing, but I liked the fact that it was something new and that it was something confusing. But it's something about the maintenance, the longevity. That part is what most because it's a lifetime work. I don't think I've never dealt with anything where I said, oh, I'm going to be dealing with this for a lifetime, with the exceptions of my marriage, right? But with my marriage, it's not just me, it's me and someone else. And even though I'm in the guild and this is a community of people, it's still my own personal work. I have to show my work. I have to give proof of my work. At the end of the day, it's all contingent on me. And I think that's what's different. That's what's most difficult for me, is having to keep showing up for myself. Yeah.
You think the idea, oh, of course I'm gonna show up for myself, obviously, but then you get in there and it's tough.
It is. It's tough because it's not right. like I look at all the work that we've done, right? Where I have these deities and I have the shadow work workspace, and I have a narrative, right? And I have, I have my spiritual metaphysics, right? And all of that is set up for me. I have a framework. But it's everything in between all of that like, oh shit, right? Because you think you've done the work. Like in my mind, I'm like, yeah, I did it. I got it. I'm done. But it's when I go back and I start to like really start doing the work, it's like, no, there's lettuce, tomatoes, mayonnaise, salt, pepper, ketchup. There's honey, turkey, pepperoni. It's like there's more. It's more in depth, and it's more. There's more details than I expected. Right. It even has me looking at my physical life different. Like I look at the details of a house and how each house this one has brick and this one has side paneling, and the colors are different and the windows are different and the landscape is different. It's making me look at physical life differently, because now I see all the intricate details of physical life that I never paid attention to before. And now I'm like, fuck, I gotta do this spiritually. Like
yes.
It's not just, oh, okay, you're uncovering this place. Like this place, has roots. And those roots, there's things that grow from those roots, and it's seeing all the different levels of things. It's just like, so it's the maintenance part for me that's the most difficult, honestly. Pre-guild was fine. I was excited. I was good. It's 1 year later that
the upkeep, the actual stuff in between, the little stuff. It's not as easy to talk about, but it's the meat of it. It's the flesh. It's what puts everything together, and that's what you want. You want everything to be put together. You don't go to the Subway and you tell them, hey, give me the sandwich, and they give you everything separate. Like, nah, it's got to go together. It's got to go together a certain way, and that's important in ways that it's easy to overlook if you just getting the information. But like when you're in here and you're doing it and you're seeing how it's part of every day of your life, there's a lot there. Live the lifestyle. This is a lifestyle. Like, it's not just great marketing. I mean, pat on the back. I did it lightly because my back still hurts. This is a lifestyle. The details are going to make all the difference. It's not just me saying cool words. They're going to make all the difference. I can't even tell you all the details. One, there's too many. Two, there's a particular language I have to speak with you that's going to make the details hit the way they need to. I wish I could just tell you and it'd be done. It's not going to work that way. It's not. Not because I'm trying to hold you back. Not because I'm trying to hide secrets. It's a lot. It's deep. It's subtle. And it's every day. See, some of y'all ain't ready for this because you weren't actually involved when it came to religion. You was just ready to rebel. You didn't want to be told what to do. Want to do it your way. Go ahead. Like, for those of us who was actually in religion, in it more than our parents, you might be ready to step up. Yeah, but most people aren't even ready for consistent work. But it's a lifestyle. It's part of every aspect of your life. Past, present, and future. You have to show up every time. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to get weak in the knees. Not for years, though, Dawson. But I saw you. gonna pick on Dawson. I'm gonna pick on you until you get in the guild, but it's fine though. Yeah, man, it's a lifestyle. It's every day. It's every day, and you don't get no credit for doing that out there on your own. In fact, this is historically been done in a community of people. And not just people in the same area as you. People who are doing the same fucking thing you're doing. So you're not getting no credit for out there on your own doing it by yourself. You gotta engage. You gotta engage. But hey, man, that's the big point though. This shit is a lifestyle, and you in here, you're learning the lifestyle with others. And I try and include some of what I'm doing, because I don't want what I'm doing to lead you to think you have to do what I'm doing, because then you're going to misinterpret what you're supposed to be doing. Because what I'm doing isn't going to hit for you, but it's going to take you a while to understand that anyways. Like, a lot of this stuff is going to take you a while. There's no folder of videos I can give you. There's no book I can point to. There's no one person. This is big. It's so big, people have been grappling with it and not succeeding for hundreds of thousands of years. There's a lot more than you thought it was. And I'm not going to sell it to you like you can get it in the microwave, because you can't. And if you could, it would suck. But go ahead, look, I've been watching this thing on, real quick. I've been watching this thing on botched plastic surgery, right? Where people go and get the discount thing, and they end up paying for it in the end. Right? Or you was going to go over there to that little foreign place. Oh, they charge $5,000 less. Yeah, there's a reason. Ignorance is expensive. Laziness is expensive. But don't believe me, because Aries is just trying to trick you. Yeah. Sure. Fuck around and find out, as I say. Dawson, if it makes sense, why you not in the guild, bro? Nope. That was bullshit. I already know. First two was bullshit. If it makes sense, get in the guild. Quit playing. Unless you're just gonna keep playing yourself. There's a lot there.
Yeah, and then how much everything changes. That's something you have to contend with also, because your awareness changes. So now that your awareness changes, the things that you're coming into contact with changes. Where Rocky was something that just was a blank face and an afro, is not a blank face and an afro no more. It's a whole realm. So, and that realm needs details. Mm-hmm. You know, it went from having no primordial to having a primordial, which has details. It has a whole backstory, and then that backstory becomes very detailed, because what started as, okay, we're just the darkness, is not just the darkness no more. It's a whole entity within itself, and it has its own backstory. So it's like it's like the maintenance. It's the maintenance that's kicking my ass, honestly. But I'm here, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm not. As much as I want to fucking run and leave this shit, sometimes I'll be like, yo, I don't want to deal with this. But it's like, there's nothing to deal with. It exists whether you're thinking about it or not. So it's like, you're not running from anything. Rocky still exists, and she's constantly going to change. Now, it's whether you want to be a part of it. And if you want to be a part of it, get ready to work. Mm-hmm. And it's, how do you want to do this work? Do you want to do this work with a spoon or a tractor trailer, or what's that word that my son knows all these construction truck names, but the excavator, mm-hmm. that thing, that big thing that lifts things up, that's what you want to use, but you got to learn how to use it. It's not just, I'm going to get behind it and I'm going to start working it. No, you have to learn how to use that thing. You got to learn its purpose, because if you use it and you don't know how to use it properly, you can fuck your work up. And I've done that. I've done that plenty of times where I had methodology and no fundamentals. So now I'm screwed in how I'm thinking about it, where I'm putting me on the fundamental map, and there is no me on a fundamental map because I had methodology and no fundamentals. So this is learning how you know how to use an excavator, but you don't know the purpose of it, or you don't know how to use it properly. Yeah, you picking up dirt and you making holes, but you don't know the reason why you're making these holes. you're just making a mess. So now like I said, I'm constantly moving forward, going back, moving forward. But learning not to be frustrated with that, and understanding like that's a part of the process. That's a part of how this work is learned. There is no constantly moving forward. You're not even moving in a circle. You're just moving. Right? I don't even know how to explain the movement with this work anymore. It's like you're just moving. That's it.
It's not linear at all. It's not this nice little neat organized thing. Like, it's so many different things are touching so many different things, and you can't control it the way you think you're supposed to be able to control it. That part, because I can explain it, and I talked about it last time. This shit ain't linear. It's not. And everybody think they know what they want. They know how they want it, and then when you get in here, it's different, bro. Most people are expecting it to be linear, to be organized in a certain way. And like, just look at the natural world and the physical world. Just look at it. It's deep. It's messy. And it's supposed to be. Alright? Look, at first you think you're doing just a regular. Look, this one right here, this regular circle, that's as linear as people usually expect it to be. Oh, it's not linear, but I'm in a circle. But it's like, once you've gone around that circle a couple times, you get the feeling, well, I'm just back where I started. Oh, I gotta start over. I gotta do this again. I get it. But what you're looking at as a circle is much more of a spiral. And it's moving forward, just not in the way that you're expecting. And so you run into the fact that you had an expectation. And then you're going to think, okay, well, I'm beyond that. I have no expectations now. This is clearly a forward-moving spiral, right? Yeah, but there's more. Yeah, but there's more. I'm so serious. Are you just trying to trick me? No. If I was trying to trick you, I'd do better. There's more to what you're looking at as a forward spiral. There's something bigger going on, and you can't see it if you're just caught up in me. Because that little thing you're talking about is me is so fucking small. Well, I want to see how big it all it is. No, you don't. No, you don't. As soon as you see, you're going to be upset that you're so small. You're going to be scared that you're so small. You don't want to see the whole thing. You could, but you don't want to. You could. I don't mind talking to you about it. This is why I tell y'all the fundamental map. I tell y'all, that's what I spent most of my time on YouTube talking about. The fundamental map. Is y'all even familiar with having seen fundamental maps, but you don't know what they are. You've seen fundamental maps before, but you're so busy trying to find you in it, you don't understand. See, what is you? What is a you? Here, I got a slide somewhere in here. Hold on. There we go. It's a part of a narrative. It's a component of a narrative. Not just that, it's sitting on top of the narrative. So it's not even part of the narrative proper. The narrative is what the you is nested in. But that narrative was bullshit. That narrative was bullshit. And once it starts to fall, because you're so deeply connected to it, no, I'm not Aries. Okay. Because you're so deeply connected to it, it's going to feel like you're falling apart. Yeah, probably parts of you are. There's more. You got to learn to let go of that shit. and not only let go, but functionally nest yourself in a whole other narrative. And the narrative is just, bro, that's just the skin of the shit, bro. I tell you, look, narrative is like the cosmological level. Underneath the narrative is epistemology and ontology. It's inextricably there. It's inextricably there. You cannot get around it. But what I can do is prepare you with the basic fundamental ideas so that you can tackle them on your own. You got to go out there and tackle them on your own. I can't tackle them for you. Even if I could, you resent me for it. Or you take credit for what I did. I hate niggas. Let me continue.
There is no control. It's either you're a part of it or you're not a part of it. And even if you are a part of it, it's still happening. So, like, what do you want to do? And that's
gotta participate.
Yeah, Rocky's like, hey, you want to be a part of this? And then another issue I have is being a part of it the way I want to be a part of it, instead of being a part of it the way I need to be a part of it. To be a part of it. Okay, because I want to be like, no, I want to do what Rocky's doing. And Rocky's like, man, Rocky is doing what Rocky's doing. Aaliyah needs to do what Aaliyah needs to do so you can get to being Rocky. But there is no being Rocky until you have a full understanding of what Aaliyah is and what Aaliyah is supposed to do, because what Aaliyah needs to do is invaluable.
You can't just get rid of that. You can't just get rid of that. It's necessary.
It's necessary for her because this is her experiment. Like, she's observing what's happening, and she's like, I need you to do what you need to do so I can do what I need to do. I need to observe how this experiment is going to play itself out. Without you doing what you have to do, it's infringing on my work. Even though I'm like, well, I want to do what you're doing. I don't want to do what I have to, I don't want to do what I have to do, because I want to be the master. I want to be the big man on campus. And she's like, if you don't sit your little ass down somewhere and go, like, she doesn't exactly say that, but it's like, no. Like, it's just, that's cute, but no. I need you to go do that shadow work. I need you to go to your shadow work safe space, and I need you to contend with what you think you are. Because what you think you are, you're not. But you still think that way, because when I'm testing you, when the test comes around, you fail every time. And I do. I fail every time. It goes right back to my physical body. And she's like, and she tells me, like, that's a small part. Until you get past that little tiny part, which is small to her but is huge for me, she's like, you're not going to get anywhere. And the problem I'm having is I'm trying to rush it. I want it to happen yesterday, and she's like, because you keep wanting it to happen last year, it's not going to happen, because that's not how it works. It's a being. And that's okay to be that way, but you need to understand that's your frame of thinking. And until you really understand that's your frame of thinking, what we really need to do in the long haul is not going to happen. And she always tells me to take my time, but all I can be thinking about is I'm going to die. This body going to die. So I need to do this like tomorrow.
Yo, the gang, if they're a progeny, good to see you in the show, in the chat. Welcome to the show. God, my back. Some of you may have noticed, like with Aaliyah, she talked to you about Rocky. With Amar, I'll talk to you about Glitch. I impressed to you guys. See, the relationship Amar has with Glitch, the relationship Aaliyah has with Rocky, that is fundamental. That's basics. That's the most necessary part of all of this. And it's not as simple as, well, give me the ingredients I need to have. There's more to it. Like, look, a cake is more than flour, sugar, water, and eggs. I don't even think that's all the ingredients. But if you just get the ingredients, don't mean you got a cake. And you want cake. There's a process. There's some fundamentals I can point out to you, but just sitting and listening to me ain't gonna cut it. Ain't gonna cut it. So that relationship, proper. It's what we call, well, what I'm calling ascension. It's a catch-all term. Which book? Which black book? I'm in the Shadow Work Black Book. That's why. Ha. Like I said, there's black books for all this stuff. I can make my own material because I'm better than you and your favorite teacher. Be humble, Arius. Why? So you can pretend like you're not being arrogant? Fuck you. I see your arrogant shit. Claiming that shit's humble. Ascension is what we go over the first month, okay? Just understanding what the work proper is. Getting you properly framed, okay? Because look, the symbolism surrounding glitch or Rocky is an entire language. And I can only speak it to, like, if I tried to speak the language of glitch to Aaliyah, it's not gonna hit. If I try to speak the language of Rocky to Amar, it's not gonna hit. Like, if they listen to each other long enough, maybe they can start to intuit some of it, but it don't hit the same. You can do it without anybody else if you want to, but you need those details. Because there's a whole part of this work I can't effectively describe to you without that language. It's so, like when I talk about in the clip off and when you're moving through the da'af, there's a turn, an additional turn you have to make. That's as best as I can describe it with just the language we have here. Okay. You need the rest of that language to have the conversation, to even comprehend the turn. Going within, turning away from the physical word is the first turn. 90 degrees. That additional 90-degree turn that gets you to the real work, what all that shit was for. That additional 90-degree turn, you can't even comprehend it without the language of that symbolism. Y'all want that first. It's okay. I'm good enough to give it to you. You're not going to get it. You're going to stumble. You're going to come back around and around and around to it. It's okay. I'll be here when you get back. Oh, the frustration. But yes, we go over this. We go over this the first month of the guild because it's going to touch everything else. That relationship with genius is the most crucial tool you're going to have with the work. And it's not just a tool. So you're going to see it as just a tool because you want what you want. That's fine. A baby thinks mommy and daddy are food producers, safety producers, fun producers. They're much more than that. And the only reason you can't see it, the only reason that baby can't see it is because of how the baby is. Now, I'm grown in this shit areas. You know who you're talking to. And I know exactly who the fuck I'm talking to. You ask a little kid if they're a baby. No, I'm not a baby anymore, mommy. Yeah, I know. I bet. Chill, bro. Don't eat your kids. Yeah, but they look like fucking food. And genius, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say it all forever. Genius is not a singular thing. Just like you isn't a singular thing. But of course, you're gonna treat it like a singular thing because you treat you like a singular thing. Whatever. No, they probably missed it. It's okay. Let's get back to the video. It's a category. It's a category. What does that mean? Of course you don't know what that means.
Even though she's constantly telling me, have patience, be patient, be patient, be patient, be patient. And she's not telling me to be patient with time. She's telling me to be patient with the work and my understanding.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm just like, I'm wanting to be patient yesterday. And I need it to happen yesterday. Like, hurry up. But I also understand that's how I live my physical life. Everything is in a rush. So everything is in a rush. I'm learning. Remember, I'm telling you, I don't have a chill. I don't know how to chill. Like, I don't have a chill button. It's like work, 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 go, 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 move, 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 now, now, now. So I realize like my own personal shadow work is I gotta learn how to chill out. Yeah.
The shit you'll find here doing the spiritual work, you'll realize, oh shit, I do this everywhere. I'm always doing this.
Yeah. Yeah. No, my impatience shows up in everything. Everything has to be done today. And it's like, there's no way. The world that you live in today wasn't even built in today.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It was built for eons. Like, this is millions of years that this place has been here so I can get to where I'm at today. But yeah, I want everything to happen today. Even my Aaliyah's narrative didn't happen in today. This is 41 years of this work happening. But yet, how I'm thinking is like, nah, this shit need to happen today. So yeah, I'm getting there.
No. It's a lifetime of work, and I get that. You know, we want it quick. You know, but the funny part is, you want it quick just so you can get what you're gonna do once it's done. Like, you know, what you rushing for?
Anything you can happen, I'll be crying about something else. I know that. That's why I'll be really annoyed with myself because it's not as if something's gonna stop. Once I get to that point, I know there's gonna be more work to do. It's like trying to rush and be an adult when you should just really embrace just being a child.
Yes. That rushing to be grown instead of embracing being a child, denying the fact that you're a child in this shit. Hell yeah, Dawson. First of all, I know you're not in the guild, but once again, I know that y'all can relate to this. It's part of why I show you. Because if I just told you can relate, nah, he's just trying to trick me. Fuck you. Look, I've been y'all niggas, bro. I'm so serious. I've been y'all niggas. I know you can relate to this. I could relate to this. Like, that's why you need to be in the guild. That's why you need to be in the guild. But play the game. Do what you do. You know, you're already gonna do what you want to. As long as you've been watching, as long as you know in the guild here, you could have saved up. Been around for more than a year. You put $30 aside a month. No, I need that $30 for my 7 grams. Hey man, chill out. Look. The wing special is every Wednesday. I can't miss that. You right. Go ahead. Look, I know you don't want to save the money. Pussy is $40 these days. I'm sure you. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know people are running on the steam of I'm unique special. But in my DM swear that AWAS he's the specific new channel for AWAS. And I'm like, because Bobby Hemmings said it. And I'm like, you know Crowley, that's Crowley. Nah, but Bobby Hemmings said it ain't for him, and you know it ain't even for them. So what make you think it's for you? Impress with yourself. Y'all moving way too fucking fast for your own good. And there's no one to stop. You ever seen a kid in the parking lot moving way too fast for their own good? You seen a baby just learn to walk. What they doing? Just want to run. Just want to run. Where are you going? Don't know. Don't care. Just want to run. Ready to teach the other babies how to walk. Fuck. And then the other baby's going to want to listen. See? I'm good. That was a wave. That was about to get me. That was about to get me. What the child is to the adult, the sage is to the adult. You're a baby in this stuff, and you're going to be a baby. And you'd be lucky to be allowed that. Talk to a baby who didn't get to have that baby phase. Talk to kids who are thrust into adulthood. It ain't fun. They don't get no extra points for that. Be a kid. Relax. Take your time. This is a lifetime of work. Look at the kids who have to get a lifetime of experience in their adolescence. It ain't good. Ain't no sense in doing that to yourself. Trust me, I've been there. Wish I could have had some fucking cohorts. Nah, bruh. Shit, niggas all out here capping. Capping and defensive. I mean, one nigga said, I told him, like, bro, what are you talking about? Like, that doesn't make sense. Because I could tell, like, you could tell he was copy and panic. He was like, the dude threatened to rap battle me. And I'm like, rap battle? What? That was, he was a friend of, what was the guy's name? Something like, maybe like a Colt Spectic or something like that. That was the dude who was talking about Bobby Hemmett do-rag magic. And I was just like, are y'all chill good? Bro, there's a lot of bullshit out here. And just like a kid, if you don't have no guidance, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to get fucked up. Just like a kid, you're going to think, I don't need none. The dude I'm doing a consultation with, he should be on his third call now coming up. Just going way too fast. And he was in circles and loops. And look, that's why I always love the first call. Because I can sit back, let it come out, and then let you hear it. And he was like, God damn. Like, I didn't even have to hit him with nothing. Did you hear it? I can follow you. I'm good. I know what you're talking about. Did you hear you? That'd be the hard part for people in consultations. Actually having to listen to themselves. And I can tell you, if that part's hard, you haven't been doing it for a long time. And if you ain't listening to you, if you're not proficient in it, you can't hear what you're getting from this work. You're not listening and haven't been listening for a long time. And that's your problem. Sure, Christians did this. Christians said that. They should have done this. They should have done that. You're not wrong. But this is the place where you're wrong over here. And this is what's making the difference. Thank you, love. But look, I can sit here and tell you. It's up to you. I don't need it. But I need other shit. Not this one. Yes. Oh. There's a certain way you really got to be a child. I mean, some of y'all have kids, so you can even see some of the dynamic like that. Like just watching your kids and engaging with your kids is in a lot of respects the kind of position you're in doing the spiritual work. Is like you kind of brought back to having to be a child in this stuff.
And I'm because I tell my children, slow down, take your time. You're making mistakes because you're rushing. I'm doing the same exact thing. Literally the same thing I'm teaching these children not to do, which they're probably doing it because they're watching me do it. Run around here like a damn chicken with my head cut off, making sure everything is perfect, which it never is. But yeah, I can see the hypocrite within myself.
So that's my edit for the last part. Well, not the last part. There's one more part of the interview. There's gonna be one more episode of the Guidepost. The guild's not gonna stop. And yeah, y'all motherfuckers can't even keep up with the episodes. What do you do all week? Bullshit. It's okay. It's okay. Keep telling yourself what you finna do, what you want to do, and then not doing it. Your word don't mean shit, and that's not anyone else's problem. Told y'all I was gonna do this shit. I did it. Told you I was gonna do it. Whatever. You don't know that life. I know that life. it sucks. It's difficult. It's hard. You got to show up. I make it look easy. It's not. It's not. Real shit. Real shit. Most people, in terms of spirituality, ancestors, little shadow work is all you really need. Because it'll soothe what you came in here for. Most of y'all are not really interested in going the whole 9 yards. You hear not 9 yards? What? Nah, somebody told me we had inches in here. Nah. Because real shit, that 9 yards is a means to an end. It's only to get you prepared to move beyond that. Initiation gets you prepared to do the actual work. Self-initiation, even more so. You're not initiated because you know some words Christians don't know. You're not initiated because you thinking this spiritual stuff is a metaphor for your physical body. That's wrong. That's wrong. Bro, you can make the metaphor, but that's not what they pointing to, bro. That's the second step in a 3-step process of initiation. The niggas have no guidance, swear they don't need it. So certain they done hit the upper room. The upper room. I love that part. Swear they hit the upper room. But you can't tell them that. Because they feel confident. And the only reason they was in this shit is to feel a certain way. Go ahead with your cranial nerves and spinal and blood parting the Red Sea. Sound good, but it's wrong. Sound good, but it's wrong. Last thing I want to do, because I want to talk about this. Astrology, okay? It's a methodology. It's a methodology. I really want to. I'm so sorry. I really want to. It's a methodology, okay? With methodology, here we go. With methodology, okay? You're going to need cosmology, ontology, and epistemology before methodology makes sense. So y'all who skip to methodology, you're presuming all those layers and don't realize you're presuming all those layers. And what happens? You end up using some shit that ain't for that. You making mud pie and you acting like it's pie. And instead of investing in, hey, I might have been wrong about this. I need to clean this up. You invest in more confidence about the mud pie. Hate y'all niggas. Hate y'all niggas. To get to methodology, you're going to need cosmology, epistemology, ontology. Especially if you make a methodology from scratch. You want to make it on your own? Like say, look, niggas say they want to make a pie on their own. From scratch. Not just on their own, from scratch. Right? And so the baker like, okay, cool, let's pull out your ingredients. We can do this. You niggas consistently pull out mud, sticks, and
leaves. And then some of y'all think you advanced because you, instead of getting mud, right, you bring you dirt and water. And like, yeah, I can make the most of it from scratch. Y'all niggas don't even know about butter. I'm not, like, it's a little funny. I'm not trying to be funny. Y'all niggas don't even know about butter. I tell you about making the dough. Well, you need the flour and the water. You got to mix it up a certain way. And maybe you have to let it sit. And I tell you about all the work that goes into that, right? And you're like, why can't I just get the pre-made pie crust? You can. But don't be out here telling folks you do it from scratch. but you still want to be able to do that. Bruh, I see it. I'm watching. Watch my meat, mash my meat, and watch reels. Look, there you go. That motherfuckers spending their whole year doing while they sit here and tell me, "Hey, Aries, I'm gonna fuck with you, man. Yeah, we can get that console one day. Oh, I'm getting the gear. I just ain't got no money right now." Just mashing the meat, watching reels. Sometimes you get it mixed up, so you're mashing the meat and watching reels. You know, you don't realize you just, what the fuck am I doing? Till after the nut, post nut clarity. I know. I've been there, man. Not with reels. I've been there. I guess you could say like the free porn is reels because it's like shorter than like the long stuff. You know, back in the day, motherfuckers had to go buy the whole disc or the whole VHS, right? So I'm old. Anyways, your own methodology, right? Your own methodology. Because look, you heard Panic say it and it felt good. If somebody ain't teaching you practical methods, don't even listen to them. Cool. Smooth. What are the components of a practical method? What are the details of that? You don't know. But it sounds good to say. I'm going to take what I need and leave the rest. Oh, that sounds good. How do you know what you need? Of course I know what I need. Your food. Your food. Babies are food. Babies are fucking food. Don't eat your kids. No. I hear you. Good morning. And Molly, welcome to the show. Hey, come in on the right time. Dawson, yeah, I'm from that old era. See, man, you out here old like me, man. Look, man, you got time to be out here playing. Get in the guild. Quit playing. Quit playing. Look, ignorance is expensive. Procrastination is expensive. All right, look, I'm gonna be the nigga who told you, and I'm gonna tell you I told you, and you're gonna avoid me because you know as soon as I come around, how that procrastination going, Dawson? I'm gonna catch all the excuses like it's some ninja kunai, right? You knew that wasn't gonna work. You knew that wasn't gonna work. Come on, chill out. Do you hate me? Is that what this is? No, you hate you. It's cool. It's cool. Get in here, man. Get this work. Cast a spell. The guild is like an investment that remains eternal. Shit never ends. Hell yeah. Look, y'all niggas will be lucky if I can't be here forever. Look, if you fuck with me now, you fuck with me now. Because one of these days, when I don't need none of this shit, I'll make the price nice and high. I'm gonna fuck with the folks who fuck with me. That's why I run anything I do. Boot camp, the guild, consultations. I always do a precursor. I always do a pre-run. Either free or reduced price. I always fuck with the motherfucker who fuck with me. Because most people are looking to buy clout. I'm not selling clout. By the time I get clout, then I'm going to start selling clout. You want the work or you want my clout? If you want my clout, coming soon. Coming soon. The day of reckoning will be upon us. Kronos ass nigga. Hell yeah. Bruh. You have no idea. Like when I first got into this shit, y'all spooky niggas gonna talk about consuming shit. Bruh, that was all I was doing was eating. That's all I was doing is eating. I remember I was talking to this one dude, this group of dudes, and he was impressed. You know, most people are impressed with themselves who are in this. Learn the language of Cthulhu. Right? Like, had enough engagement with Cthulhu to learn the language of Cthulhu. I was like, oh, wow. I never thought of that. I've been eating. Like, what you think that means? Yes? Nah, go ahead and say the soul. Go ahead and say soul. You don't got no framework for that. You just got a random word. Food. Yeah, it's Chrono shit. Look at here. Out here playing daddy. All these other fucking kids. Whatever. Whatever. Animali. I'm thinking about doing another gold console or join the guild for 3 months. Need to make up my mind. Hey, at least you know what you gotta do. I'm here either way. With the consoles are usually, if you want more of a private setting, perfectly fine. And it's more tailored to specifically you. The guild, not very private at all. Like, I'm gonna talk to you in a place where anybody can listen if they wanted to. And I can only tailor so much of it to you. Like, that's the thing people don't really get. Like, when I give assignments in the guild, like when it's in the consultation, it's one-on-one. It's like I have to hit one bird with one stone, right? In the guild, I have to hit like 10 birds with one stone. Like, imagine, like, you see all 10 birds, right? Like, you ever seen Itachi when he was young do the kunai thing where he hits all the targets? Hold on, let me put it on here. But I gotta do it every time. Sasuke wanted to do it. Here it is. Here, watch this nigga do it. But this is like basic Sharingan shit, right? Love it. I'm gonna play it again. Bitch. But that's because each and every one of you have, we'll call it, I guess, a fundamental language. Each of you have a different language that's described in the fundamentals you're using. Like back in the day, we coming up in Egypt, everybody got the same fundamentals. And so what I could say to this person about Amun Ra, I could say to everyone in the group. It's just like I said, what I could say to Glitch and Amar, I can't say to Rocky and Aaliyah. I have to hit everyone at the same time. But I'm good enough. It's actually not that hard when you know the fundamental stuff. But yeah, the guild it's a cohort class. Like, I try and emphasize and push the cohorts together where I can. Shit gonna be 5K. Hell yeah. Look, the K is gonna be for clout. I know it's spelled with a C. I'm a piece of shit. Been almost a full year since the first round. Yeah. It takes time to digest this shit, especially with the console, because I give y'all a lot of work to do in the console. Because like I say, man, with all this shit, I like to pack y'all up, pause, with everything I got for you. Okay? So you can do it without me if you want to. If you want to say fuck Aries, whatever it is, you just tripping, okay, it's cool. It's cool. Look, got everything I got for you. Okay. You know where to find me. Hey, man. Hey, come over. It's going to be fun. Hell yeah, it's going to be fun. Light skin training. Is Itachi a light skin? Damn. Is Itachi a light skin? Oh, no. Tachi's a real nigga, though. I always wish I could have seen more Sushui. Is that how you say his name? Oh, no, I don't speak Japanese. Whatever. That trajectory is wild. Obito is out here. Yeah, the trajectory is off the chain. You gotta know that shit to hit all them targets like that. That's what I be trying to tell folks. To teach, you don't just have to have the information. It's not just repeating the information to someone. You have to know the information inside and out from 10 different angles. And that's just the beginning. You have to be able to present it, which is a whole other skill. You have to be able to listen to all the students, because you don't know which angle they're going to be coming from, and you need to be able to know the angles familiar enough so that you can hear in what they're saying. Bruh, these other folk can't do that for you. I can't do that for you with a pre-recorded video. Panic can't do that shit for you. Y'all watching Bobby Hemmett videos from at least 20 years ago. It's not happening. But babies gonna be babies. They don't know. Yeah, totally. Teacher jujitsu. Oh, jujitsu is a whole other thing, but oh my god. My nigga Ghetto. Suguro Ghetto. Nigga, they said it first. Suguro Ghetto. Suguro Ghetto. Fuck yes. I'm mad he had to die so early. But it's alright. It's alright. Jujutsu Kaisen's good for that. Yeah, that was really my speed. I like some dense ass stuff to last me a while. I'm on that pit crew timing. Hell yeah. Look, some people don't like that. But if you want it fast out here, it can come. But you, like I say, guys, you always get what you ask for. You always get what you ask for. Okay, man, that's my thing for today. Like I said, I got one more episode for you on Friday. Then I'm off to doing something different when it comes to YouTube. So, hey, look, y'all know where to find me. Oh, no. It's all right. There's plenty of ways to learn. Look, me knowing that is actually part of my job these days. Like, the way a motherfucker in, like, 10,000 years ago who was, like, someone who's initiating initiates in Egypt or Norse pantheon or something, they had to know the pantheon. So now I have to know not only the old gods, but the new gods. I don't know which one you're coming from. I don't know which one's going to be in you. So I need to be familiar enough to know them, to recognize them. And then I have to know the new ones. My responsibility, though, not that bad. So yeah, I got to know these things these days. Anyways, guys. Thank you for sticking around with me. Thank you for having fun. One more episode here on the guidepost. But the guild will continue. Otherwise, y'all, have a good one.